What's good? What's good? Social media, what's good? Science fiction-ites. Welcome to the Sci-Fi Express Lane with Jeff Carroll. I'm actually going to be talking about a science fiction speculation of mine, just to make sure, I share my innermost thoughts and where I think the world is going. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And today's topic is the end of the friend zone. The end of the friend zone. Last year I wrote a comic book called Cyberpunk Streets, and it was the first time I combined my Yo Jeff dating coach stuff with my science fiction speculation. It was inevitable, ever since I think of the future of everything. So every time I'm doing something, I'm always thinking about the future of how long will it go, what if this went on, all the different basic questions that drive sci-fi books, love for sci-fi. So in Cyberpunk Streets, I got into the future of sex. Was actually going to be the name of the book, but Cyberpunk Streets works so much better for my other books and my brand, right? So but it is, all the stories stayed the same, and they explored the future of sex and technology. And I always say the biggest science in science fiction is social science, right? And social science is the science that I would like to explore when I talk about the end of the friend zone. Yes, I'm talking very basic male-female relations, contemporary stuff, no sci-fi in this at all. It's just regular futurism speculation. I believe a lot of social things that I'll probably get into probably in this little series, because I've been trying to retool this blog or video blog. So I'm going to talk the end of racism, but right now I'm going to talk about the end of the friend zone. Why I think the friend zone is going to end. Okay, and this conversation came from talking to people about Cyberpunk Streets, my book. All right, so the friend zone is a construct of the American social dating societal dynamics, probably since the 60s or the 70s, probably most popular in the 80s and 90s. I don't think the friend zone goes back to the 50s. I barely think it goes back to the 60s, but I don't think it goes back to the 50s. What is the friend zone? Let me describe. The friend zone is when Americans explore their freedom to date and choose who they want to date and find relationships with, right? They, men will proposition women and offer a relationship to a woman, and many times in the friend zone, they've been friends first, and they have an amazing friendship, trustful relationship. They laugh, they get along, they have a platonic friendship. However, usually the male, but one time it can be the female, when one of them is interested in taking a relationship to a physically intimate level, where they've already explored emotional intimacy, right? They decide, one propositions the other to, hey, what's up? I think I would like to go there. And you get thrown in the friend zone. And it is something that pisses a lot of guys off. I think I was friend zoned so early that I didn't even notice that I had an option to not be in the friend zone. I just probably figured that for me, that was, friends ain't gonna be interested in me. I have to find girls that just find me interesting physically, and then develop a friendship there after that. But for a lot of guys, and people, women too, right? They would be friends with these people, see them dating few and different people, and they would be friend zoned. And many times, the person, I know with me, a lot of my friends, I don't say friend zone because I didn't really proposition my friends. I got used to not doing it. I had adapted and covered it. It wasn't until after probably my second girlfriend, right? In college, second girlfriend in life, right? Did I realize that the friend zone was a cool thing to try to work your way out of. And from there, I did not have a problem talking to friends and trying to expand the relationship. It's actually how I got married. But I didn't do it to every friend because now I knew better what type of girl I was looking for. So I didn't just go to all my friends and be like, yo, we went to the movies the other day just as friends, let's smash. No, I didn't do that. But I did start thinking, oh shoot, let's not limit who I talk to people that I don't know, and open myself up to friends because they're cool people. We already cool and we already got that established. So I opened myself up to the friend zone, but later, because it was already a shutdown thing. But some people, they have these friends that they would like to talk to. Like I had male friends that, every girl they're friends with, they would like to be in a relationship or they would love to smash. And I, no slant to any of my female friends, I wasn't thinking like that. My female friendship circle is genuine friendship. However, I will say, just like a friend zone person, I witnessed, like my friends do, them going through the process of finding somebody that's good for them. And I had no sisters, I have no brothers, at least I grew up with none. So having female friends was a unique experience for me. It's not easy. It's like having a sister. You witness guys do them right and guys do them wrong. You witness them do guys right, them do guys wrong. And that was really unique for me. But for somebody that really wants to talk to a person, witnessing guys do a friend that you want to get with wrong, that can be traumatizing. I know for me, friends that I had that I would have liked to have gotten with, when I saw their men selection, I felt bad for them. I remember, and not because I wanted to smash them, but I remember being protective of my younger friends from many of the artists that I would be around. Like I worked at the Apollo Theater. I have friends that are rappers, entertainers, celebrities, big time people, ministers, and I had female friends that I felt like were making themselves more available to these guys, and I saw a disaster. They might have thought that, things would happen. This was before like Superhead came out with her book and women started to fully embrace, look, I'm just smashing dude as well. This is when, they were grooming gold diggers, right? And and I have female friends that I don't think that was the situation, but they were making themselves available for a celebrity, a comedian, a poet that wasn't really into them as much as they were into. And I saw it coming. As a friend zone person, you see that. So that's the stress of friend zones, right? So you want to be out the friend zone because you taking all these other dudes, you overlooking me. And then when you get in your 30s, they pile on. They be like, there ain't no good men. You be like, God damn. I used to tell my wife, listen to my black friends. This is what I would go through. They still do. I'm 56, right? They still do it. They'll still say, but you different, Jeff. What the heck is different? You know what I'm saying? So I'll say this. there's also another dynamic that I explored in sci-fi, cyberpunk streets, and that is the dynamic of social change. Now we have women breadwinners. We have women that are making six figures, and more of them early in their lives, in their reproductive lives. They're making it at 30, 40 years old, just like men. And it's impacting their relationships. If they already got married and now they're starting to make money, that can destroy the relationship. You know, from the man's side, he can't handle, you know, a woman getting a better car than him, or having a car just as good, or just simple freedoms that earning money afford you, right? And then the women's side, the etiquette of having more money and being with somebody that wants to make more money, that might be jealous, is a hard etiquette to learn, because you'd be like, this dude is feminine. Why are you upset because I got a car? Why are you upset because I can, you know, do all these things for myself? I can travel, you know, go to better restaurants than you can provide. Heck, I can treat you. Why is that? Why should that be a problem to you? You understand? You was never controlling me in the first place. Did you think you was? No. But the thing is, there was guys that did feel the responsibility to provide for their family. And when they can't do that, they don't feel as manly. Now that's the part that even affected me, you know. When my business of 20 years fell, I didn't know what I was doing. You know, I fortunately found teaching and education, but it was some years, man. It was tough. Plus my son was like in 6th grade, and he was starting to recognize, you know, who's paying for dinner, who's, you know, deciding on, you know, who's paying for the summer vacation, all that stuff. When your business fails, you ain't got no money, you know, and no money is no money, right? You got to go into savings, and savings ain't fun, especially when you own your own business. That's how you make your money, you know, you save and stuff. So anyway, why do I think the friend zone is going to end? Well, I think because women have now equaled men in the breadwinning category. They are exploiting, oh, I just want this guy for fun. We had homegirl talk on the TV the other day saying, you know, I would never date a bus driver. Okay, now you're going to go through the Kevin Samuels experiment. Who are you going to date then? You know, because guys that have money, they'll date a female bus driver. They'll date a school teacher that's making 50, 60,000. They'll date those people. They ain't got a prerequisite that you got to be able to buy me better things than I can buy myself, or you got to be on my level. So I think that generation of women, which is the right now generation, whatever age they at, this is their experience. This is a contemporary time period generation. That's going to quickly grow out and become whack, because I've already seen in my 12th graders where young women are like boys. They don't even want girlfriends. If they're not chasing notches on their belt, they understand their value, and you know, they're being approached. It's equal playing field now. You don't need a man and I don't need a woman. Okay, so what is left? Do you want a woman? Do you want a man? And if you do want a man, then what do you want from a man? You don't need him to provide for you. Let's throw that out. What do you need a man for? You need a man for companionship. You need a man to do things with. You need a man that respects you. Holy moly. What is that? What kind of man is that? That's a friend. You're putting the dude in the friendship zone, and now he's he's the type of guy that you want. He's the type of guy you should have been. She's the type of girl that you put in the friend zone that you should have, you know. So to me, I think the social dynamic, this is far reaching. This is a straight hypothesis, especially, you know, anybody that's a hater, yeah, hit me up. I welcome the hate, because I'm just speculating at this point. But I do believe that the friend zone is going to come to an end. I think we're going to go back to seeing the value of being with each other. Will physical appearance still be a factor? Yes, I do think it'll be a factor, but it will neutralize these trophy wife type of situation where you have a woman that is amazingly attractive and she has a dude that she would not even talk to if he didn't have a lot of money. And these are wives, these are women. I'm talking about people's parents. I know I'm stepping on feet. I'm talking about my friends. But when I go to South Beach, and not South Beach, when I go to Key West, when I go to higher economic areas, because I do travel in all these areas, I got rich friends now. But when I go into these areas, you will see a housewife type of woman where these women are with guys that they would never be with. And as these women start doing like what Angela Bassett did and waiting to exhale, recognizing their power, they beyond getting divorced, they're not even going to get married to these guys. They're going to find a guy that respects them. This period of single women can't find a man is going to quickly get old, because right now they can't find a man because they can't find a man that makes as much money as them, and that's gonna get old. And so I think they're gonna go back to looking these friends in the eye. If the dude is, by the time you get old, friends can, if you ain't found a woman, you can really, my male friends that made it to 30 and 50, right? 40 and 50 that didn't find a woman, golly, some of them have had a lot of stress, but if they've kept themselves in good condition, like I have a couple of friends that got married in their 40s, but dudes was never really single, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was hard for them to find a wife, but they was never really single. So if these guys and these young ladies keep themselves in good mental state and health, I think the friend zone is going to be where you find your person to date. It's why I have a happy marriage. My wife and I were friends for 13 years before we got married, before we even started dating. People say that's amazing, but yeah, before social media, I used to send postcards. She used to, write letters back. It wasn't even a lot. I did most of it because I was that type of guy, but whatever it was, I maintained a friendship for 13 years after we graduated college. No, it was 10 years after we graduated college. And then it was 4 years of college that we knew each other. But after 10 years of college, I hadn't seen her. And then I, said, hey, I'm coming down to Miami. And the rest is history. So my friend zone converted relationship is on 22 years this summer. Going strong, any of the ups and downs of our relationship were just facts that we were growing and changing in ourselves, and that's it. Other than that, there ain't been no big hiccup, knock on wood, nothing that I don't know about. We all good. So I think that's the future. Anyway, this is long enough. All right, friend zone is done, people. Out.